Dr. Maryam, are you with us?
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Hala, and congratulations for the great discussion, high level, and a very distinguished speaker as well, and very well managed and coordinated between all the subjects. Thank you very much, and it gave me a great pleasure to be here today with you. And I was trying my best not to miss any of those talk, but again, as you know, even Friday I have some online calls with our colleague abroad trying to get at least some good knowledge and information about our patient here in UAE when it's come to genetics. So I was able to join you in your first, in the last session. Thank you very much, Dr. Hala.
You're most welcome. Dr. Maryam, in fact, today we are meeting you just to highlight a few important things because, you know, the aim of all of this ceremony is just to highlight the importance of, giving and sharing what you have of knowledge and information with others. In such a way, you will become an influencer. Now, I know, Dr. Maryam, that you are a very successful woman. You proved the successful role of the Emirati woman. I think you were the first Emirati woman to be in the Ministry of Health in 2007. And also you were among also the first Emirati woman in Dubai government. Uh, I think you also established, you founded two associations, the Emirati Down Syndrome Association and the Emirati Genetic Diseases Associations. You are an international speaker, and whatever I say will be a very, summary or synopsis of your great profile. So may I ask you, what are the fundamental principles of success uh, in the field of work?
Again, thank you very much, Dr. Hala. And when it comes to the principle, and as you mentioned earlier, I was lucky enough to be the first Emirati woman in the position of Undersecretary for Public Health and Primary Health Care, as well as another opportunity to contribute in developing in my country, where I was the first woman to take a position of a Director General in Dubai government. And when it's come to giving, I believe the area where I found myself and which helped me to maintain and sustain my care to my community, it was through my volunteer work mainly. While if you talk about the official position is more related to my job description, and that, in my opinion, I don't consider it as a volunteer work, and I don't. It is a responsibility which I have to do it, and I am paid in the end of the month. But in my opinion, what give me a satisfaction feeling and a proud feeling of Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen of my let's say day on the planet Earth, it's my volunteer work and my own personal initiative, which in the end of the day had a great impact on UAE community overall. And if I would like to start, it goes back to the day when I graduated from medical college, and I thought I will be a physician who waits for her patient to come to the clinic and then provide them with care. But I decided to change the whole approach. I decided to go to my patient and I don't wait for my community to become sick or have an illness. So I decided to empower my community with the right knowledge, especially the medical information and knowledge are a little bit complicated. So what I decided to do is to simplify and translate all those sophisticated vocabularies and terminologies in such a way where my own people can understand and they take the lead to take care of them, their life and their health by introducing all the preventive tool which will maintain a healthier approach and lifestyle. So that itself, from the first day I graduated from medical college, was the path in my life where I give it all my effort when it's come to volunteering. And that itself helped me a lot to be so close to my own people. And in the same time, it helped me to see the impact As you know, Dr. Hala, when you start empowering people with knowledge, it takes some time for you to see the change of this empowerment or this enlightenment. And I, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I graduated from the Medical College in 2000 with a mission to prevent and decrease the prevalence of the common blood disorder, which is inherited through the families, which is simply inherited blood disorders, and mainly sickle cell and thalassemia, beta and alpha thalassemia. And from there, starting with these two basic, most common genetic disorder in my country, the whole Pandora box was open in my eyes, where you see that you think that these are two most common, but suddenly, as you see have an insight about the DNA, an insight about the type of mutation and genetic disorder which might be there and hidden, that itself will force you to continue in this field. And sometimes you all get overwhelmed with all the support which you get from people who cares about these people. And when we talk about United Arab Emirates, I need to highlight a point. I don't think I am better, or let's say so much. I am simply different than any other woman in the Arab region, in United Arab Emirates. I am different not because I am better, but I was lucky enough to be in this time of United Arab Emirates and in this era where the whole government, my government in United Arab Emirates, they are one of the main reasons of the women's success. Because if you see in the neighboring country, Dr. Hala, our colleague, and there is too many females who's very well talented, passionate, with all the skills, you name it, but they are not highlighted the way which Emirati women. Emirati women are smart, are well knowledge, polite, but at the same time, what helped these Emirati women to be distinguished, and I am one of them, it's our leadership and our community who believes in women, supported women, and push her forward. And that's what I found in my way. Everywhere I got the support I want. But the only thing which helped me to sustain and continue on this path, Dr. Hala, it's my belief in my mission. You need to believe in your mission, and you need to share your mission with your team, and you need to have it very clear and keep cleaning the view for your mission, because as you tend to proceed in this way, there will be a cloudy day, there will be a rainy day for you on your path. All what you have to do, make sure you have all the cleaning equipment around you: relaxation, meditation, prayer, education, good friend, family support, excellent team, strong backbone. These all will help you to maintain your path going smoothly. And when I say the cleaning equipment or the household equipment, I don't mean a brush and towel. What I mean is a proper planning of risk assessment. What makes me sometimes, most of the time, people they will share with me their thought. They will say, Doctor, mashallah, you are all the time smiling, soft, not worrying. You look so quiet when you walk, even during some difficult time. It's not because I have that personality, simply because I take a lot of time, Dr. Hala, doing my risk assessment. If I have a project of 20 page, my risk assessment will be 100 page. And most of the time of the whole project, if it is 6 months, I might take maybe 4 months only thinking about the risk and bad scenario and how should I be prepared and how I can make sure my team are empowered with the right tool if God forbidden such thing happen. So what I believe in the fundamental principle of success is proper risk assessment for any step you would like to take forward in business, in family relation, in friendship, in science, and research. Risk assessment, in my opinion, is one of the main principles of success and sustainability.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, you expressed so beautifully. I always say that life is a kind of, you have to plan it just like you plan for anything else. You count your steps, and you always keep in mind your destination, where you want to go, and who will accompany you in that journey. And of course, you should all have the same vision and the same passion, which brings me to my second question, Dr. Maryam. What is your real passion? Uh, if you have seen our previous meeting with Roxana, a very successful businesswoman whose passion is in poetry, in writing poetry. Speaking about myself, I'm fond of, writing stories and drawing. So, what about you?
I don't know. Usually, Dr. Hal, as you know, the English is my second language, and I tend to look for a dictionary. And if you see the word passion, it comes with different translation and different concept. Sometimes it's a hobby, sometimes is the passion in life, what drive your passion and enthusiasm. So if it comes to me, I love a lot reading. If you mean it by a hobby, while if you
Yeah,
talk about passion and work, and it's the success, you know, my passion in life is to go through, to go after success. And when I mean success, I don't mean uh, 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 the award, or being recognized with an award, or recognized with a specific way by your family or by your country. It's more of passion, running, not running. I always chase the success in all means. And for example, Dr. Hala, if we talk about a success woman right now, I have a responsibility toward the new generation. So I need to share with them some thought which nobody shared with me before. And when we talk about passion, it's very important to make sure your passion, it's not so personal. So what I make sure that my passion should always be collective, and it will have a positive or a relation with people who I care about. And if you will go through my career path, my even business path, Dr. Hala, you will see that none of those project or initiative or activity which I've done, it was purely personal. It is always related to someone who I care about or my community. And I make sure if it is something related to my work and even on a personal level, I make sure it doesn't go beyond the framework of UAE strategy. UAE strategy is like my bylaw in my life. If I would like to do anything in life on a personal level, career level, educational level, I go back to the UAE strategy and I see if it is related to health, let me see this one will fit which of those objectives which my country planning for the coming 50 years. For example, we as a United Arab Emirates, we are a country the country we planned for their 2071 strategy. And this happened in 2013. You can imagine, and a country in 2013 planning for 2071. And when you are living in such country, Dr. Hala, it's very important to melt yourself, melt your thought, your future, your planning within this lovely country and passionate country, with all the ambition in this country. So on a personal level, my passion is more of reading and taking care of Maryam. And maybe somebody would say that it's selfish. But Dr. Khala, in my opinion, there is a principle in my life which I believe, and in Arabic we call فاقد الشيء لا يعطيه. If you don't have it, you cannot give it. So I make sure that I take very well good care of Maryam. When it's come for my beauty, Friday is Maryam's day, especially from morning till the prayer time. This is me time, literally me time. I will read, I'll take care of my skin, of my face. I'll try to chat with my closer friend, do things only related to Miriam. And that itself, Dr. Hala, you cannot imagine how much it energized me to give back to my community, to give back to my family. My family, they can see the whole amplitude of satisfaction after a Jum'ah prayer. They know that she did what she wanted and she has lots of energy and lots of care where she's able to give it to others. So that's my other secret in life where I take very good care of myself, especially on Friday, and I make sure I don't miss Maryam during the 24 hours. At least I give her 4 good quality time hours where she will take care of her soul by prayer, regardless if it is the Muslim prayers or it is a yoga where I connect my soul to the planet Earth. And then when it's come to health, I take good care by maintaining an exercise every day, 20 hours, where I can feel the heartbeat in my chest. This come on physical life. And then, as you know, mentally, when we come to thought, it's very important to maintain a good calculation. So I have 12 equations. I try to do them every day to maintain a healthy cognitive function, which will help me for long run, inshallah.
Mashallah, mashallah. And mashallah, you look so beautiful, mashallah.
Thank you.
So again, you have changed the barriers between individuality and togetherness into very flexible thin lines. So on the level of individuality, you are trying to make a kind of self-development, uh, nurturing your innerness, taking care of your the physical vessel of your soul, and taking care of your mind as well, in order to move to the togetherness, to give to your community, to your family, to the world as well. And mashallah, you have been so successful in that. Now, in fact, the World Leading Influencers Summit, of course, aimed at providing solutions for the world at those difficult times of Corona or the post-Corona era. And we reach a conclusion that we have to live as a community. We should little bit forget about ourselves. We change the me to we, just flip it up. And all those who were rewarded the award of recognitions was for their humanitarian work. And I've read and heard a lot about your role in the humanitarian sector, not only in the UAE. Alongside with the associations you established, your work in the social community and so on. So can I ask you, Dr. Maryam, what is the real reward you get from your humanitarian services?
Dr. Hala, I'm happy that you asked this question. It takes me back to 2007 when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed started, 2010, sorry, it was July in Ramadan. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed started Dubai Cares. And at that time, when he appointed me as a vice chairman for Dubai Cares, and I was on board for 11 years. And as you know, when we talk about Dubai Cares in this organization, we try to empower children from year 1 till year 5 in school in a poor country with the right education when it's come to proper education by building schools and good curriculum which fit with their culture, and additional to that, a nutritional support for those children. And you cannot imagine, Dr. Hala, the stories which I heard and the cases which I've seen in Africa, in Mali, and name them. And we covered 28 poor country. 22 of them were in Africa and 2 in Asia, as well as in Europe. And when you go, Dr. Hala, in this field, and you see the child who is the main core of any community and the future of any future of any humanity, and you get an opportunity to touch a very essential part of their future, which is education. And as a woman, it touched me so much when I knew that some of the female they were dropped out of the schools. We were not aware about this situation in the beginning. They were dropped out of the school simply because there is no bathroom, female bathroom, where the female can go and get and use it. Only about this small feedback, Doctora, we changed the whole plan and we introduced a special bathroom for female after grade 4. You cannot imagine, Doctora Hala, the percentage of the female who came back and they joined. You can imagine those small steps in life will change dramatically other people's life. So this is on the level of Dubai Cares, where I think it had a huge impact on my personality, on the way I look at water. It's not only taking care of the water, where I treat water like a woman, but again, I treat my time, I treat all the blessing I have from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different way. And I start to appreciate those small things in life when it's come to bathroom, when it's come to water, when it's come to education, when it's come to the pencil, when it's come to the pen, when it's come to the paper. And that it helped me to introduce all these principles in and the value in my daughter Sarah's life. My daughter, she is 12 years old, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And I believe it was a great opportunity for me to have to transfer this knowledge and to my daughter, through my daughter, to the rest of the generation. And additional to that, Dr. Hala, I was lucky enough again. I have to mention here that all the success which I've been through during my career, it goes back to my lovely team. My team, they are the reason of my success. Without them, I won't be able to take one single step forward. And when I say my team, I mean it literally, because I work through my team, not with my team. And there is a huge difference between working with your team or working through your team. To work through your team, it means simply you delegate and you make sure they learn, and you feel so much confident to not to be around, and the team can do exactly the same work if not. And that was one of the principles when it's come to humanitarian work and volunteer, where you need to make sure you sustain the whole objective of your mission by empowering others with the skills and knowledge which you have. And that was what also I highlighted and applied in my other activity, where I established something called Wellness Center. And Wellness Center, simply, it is a center where we focus mainly on prevention. We choose an illness, and from that we come up with a principle which should be affordable, accessible by the target audience in any country. And I was lucky enough to do one in Yemen, in Libya, but unfortunately, all these countries right now, they are suffering. And I did one in Dubai Women College. And later, my lovely country, they took over this project and they enforce it in all the colleges from Abu Dhabi till Fujairah. And again, with a community, the community research center in Dubai Health Authority, it was a simple unit. It became a whole department right now. And Dr. Hala, I would like to finalize with one single point where I feel myself so lucky, Dr. Hala. None of those positions or a project which I started, it was existing. So I tend always, alhamdulillah, to be lucky enough to be surrounded with the right people, surrounded with the right resources to start something from scratch. And I started very tiny, small one, Dr. Hala, and I get overwhelmed to see how it gets success in a very short time, and a personal project on a very volunteer base easily can be supported by the government and to become an official government organization and unit. And that itself, Dr. Hala, pushed me and enforced me to come up every time with a new initiative in my lovely country. And so far, I was lucky enough with a great team, with the great support of my team, to initiate 28 community volunteer-based outreach program in my lovely country. And 11 of those were taken by my lovely government to be an official government, where the government will take care of all the expenses and it will be run by other organization. And what makes me again, Dr. Hala, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, to feel that I'm so lucky with the lovely team, with a great support of my community, that all those projects, although I am not in charge of them right now, they are very successful. And these are some of the indicators which I always follow up and make sure it's existing. These are one of the indicators which tells that I was able to be a good leader, to empower my team and make sure this project are serving others. And from the beginning, the whole concept was not only based on a personal need, it was based on a personal initiative, but satisfying other people's need. And that's what makes the whole project different. And I made sure that the strategy of UAE, it's my bylaw, through which I come up with all these initiatives, which will serve the government objective, but in the same time, initiated from the lovely team who is surrounding me. And finally, sorry, I keep saying finally, but what comes in my
It's
mind,
okay.
I,
Go ahead,
and
mashallah.
thank you very much,
You're talking
Doctora.
your words, your mashallah, the flow of your words is just like rivers of honey.
Oh,
And who
thank you
will
very
ever
much,
be
Doctora. So kind
satisfied
of you.
from
So
just
kind of
drinking
you.
such fluids of honey mixed with
Oh,
let me
thank
see,
you. So
such a
so
nice
kind
way.
of you, Doctora Hala.
Yeah,
So the
so
final point
beautiful
which I
words,
believe, sorry, Doctora, the
so
final
beautiful
point when
words.
it's thank you very much. When it comes to humanitarian, it's also valid to mention that the other lucky point, or let's say the other success factor in my life, to be in Dubai and to be surrounded with more than 200 nationalities who's coming from a very well developed country with an accumulative experience, with passion, and with a love to this lovely country. So when I come up with an idea, I tend to be suddenly surrounded with a huge support and from a people who've been through such similar path, and they exchange with me their experience. You can imagine that I get this by having an opportunity to get support from more than 200 experts and consultants. Usually people will go and pay people to come and help them in organizing their mission. But I tend to be lucky enough to have every time in any initiative or project one of those expats who is already having good knowledge in that, and they love this country and they come forward. They say, Miriam, we are more than happy to work with you on volunteer base and to give back to this country. So if I will be happy or proud of whatever achievement I do, simply I am proud and appreciate all the great support from my team, who are the main reason of my success. So if there is any award or any appreciation should be given to Miriam, it is simply given to my lovely team.
Well, in fact, yes, we would like to present you with the award of recognition, Dr. Maryam Matar,
Thank you very much, Doctora.
Your Excellency, an award of recognition presented by the World Leading Influencer Summits. Uh, in fact, we are partners with the Guide Association, the Global Association of Innovation, Development, and Education. Also, we are partners with the 21st Century Academic Forum, with TESOL France, and with the United Nations Cultural Organization. Also, we have another partnership with the AWAB, it is the Association for Friends of Africa.
Thank you
So
very much,
on behalf
Doctora.
of all our partners and
Thank you very much.
the organizing committee of this summit, I would like to present you with this award.
Thank you very much, Doctora. Highly appreciated. And it gives
And
me the great honor to receive this award with a very respected speaker and participant and awardee as well, especially with the presence of the princess and Professor Lee and all the great input which we heard from all of them.
yeah, of course, now this is, this is how we aim to bring the world together. This is how we want to go global. As you've said, yes, the Emirate is a cosmopolitan place. I've been here for more than 20 years. And yes, we live all together, just like one community. No, diversity is the enrichment of this country. And in fact, in this global conference, yes, so far, yesterday, we met so many wonderful speakers who contributed to the success of this summit. And today, we just wanted to show the world what is the real meaning of influencers. Dr. Maryam Matar, you are a real influencer of the world. First, in your modesty, in the humbleness you show, in the flexibility, in the smoothness, in your choice of words. Besides so many things, I think our dear audience could just get from what you've been telling us. You are a true leader, and congratulations. I congratulate the United Arab Emirates of having Dr. Maryam Matar, and I congratulate Dr. Maryam Matar being a citizen of the United Arab Emirates. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving us time, your precious time, especially on Friday evening. But I know this is for the welfare of not only the community of the United Arab Emirates, but for all our global audience who are watching us now. Thank you so much, Dr. Maryam.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hala. Thank you, Habibti. My last request for all the participants, please, if you would like to take care of yourself, of the community and your customer, take care of yourself and have a good sleep hygiene. Have a lovely time and long life with health and wealth.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.